You've had a chance to sit down, reflect on the 2011 season ahead of this new year. Having had the chance to do that, what do you think you've learned from last year that you can take into this new season?
I think you just matured. I think every year you mature. I'm 27 now, so I hope I've matured. But I think there's things, the way you behave, the way you handle yourself. There's ways that you interact with your team. Definitely, there's certain things that I can pay more attention to and work harder on. I think probably the most important thing is just focus. There's only one goal this year, and that's to become world champion. Nothing else matters.
Lewis, just give us your initial thoughts then on the car today.
I think it looks great. I think it really looks great. I mean, I got here only 3 days ago, and I saw it for the first time. I'd seen it in the wind tunnel, obviously during the winter, but to see it actually come together, I think it looks beautiful. The car, the last year's car looked a bit different. This one now looks like a real car. It's very clean at the back, and that's not fake. It's not bodywork we've just attached to the car to make it look good for the show. It actually is how the car is, and I hope that it drives just as well as it looks.
And big wing mirrors as well.
Yeah, I had those fixed. I spent a lot of time with the engineers last year making sure that we refine those and make sure that they don't flap around, so I can see absolutely everything now. So I think Kimmy's was always he was actually used to be my favourite driver before I got to Formula 1, and he's still one of the drivers that I admire most. I think he was massively talented when he was here in Formula 1 previously, and to have him back, I think it's great for the sport, and he's one of the very good drivers. We've lost a great driver in Robert not being here. It's great to have someone like Kimi come back.
Jenson, we're in the unprecedented situation of a quarter of the grid being world champions. How much more would it mean to you to beat those guys, to be crowned world champion this year?
Yeah, first of all, I don't want any more world champions, so that means that I'm going to have to win. It does make a big difference when you have guys that have competed at the top level and won championships in the past. You know what they've gone through. You know how stressful that is, fighting at the front. So, beating those 5 world champions would be amazing, and that's something that we would all love to do. And that's what we're going to heads down and focusing on doing. You really don't know what's going to happen until you wheel the car out the first test. You get all the data from the wind tunnel, you get all the data from the mechanical side of the car, and where you're going to find downforce, and the ideas that you came up with in 2011 that have been put onto the car. So everything that we've asked for is on the car, which is great. And that's one thing with this team, they really do listen to what you have to say. There were a few areas last year where we felt that the car could have been better, not just aerodynamically, not mechanically, but other little areas in the car that really helped the driver. And I feel that they've come through on all of it. So we're in good shape before the first test, and I might have a different opinion when I've done 2 or 3 runs on Tuesday, but I don't think that will be the case. We keep our hand in because we drive the simulator, so we have an understanding of what the car's going to feel like. But in reality, it's always different when you've got the wind buffeting your helmet. It's very different to what you feel in the simulator. So I think we're excited, a little bit apprehensive, but we can't wait to get there. And as I said before, when you hear the engine start up in the garage and you smell the fuel, after a couple of laps, you smell the rubber, you smell the brakes. It's what we live for, and that's what we can't wait to get back to.